Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Linda, and today I'm going to show you some of the fabric I pulled out to see exactly what it is and to kind of reorganize things. This particular one I need because I'm going to be working on my next project for the kids, for children's wear that I'm working on. So this here is a lightweight, light to medium weight fabric, satin finish, synthetic fibers, unknown synthetic fibers, and then that's interlock or ribbing for the collars and the bands. And you can see I have this whole box is full of that fabric, or so I thought. As I found out when I pulled the other stuff out, I had a bunch of ribbing, knit. So this is to make, if I'm making jackets, you would do the collars, the waistband, and also the cuffs out of the ribbing. So I have more than enough for the for the other fabric that I have to go with it. And these are some other bags of fabric. I will be going through one of those bags that are in this plastic bin. And then also the 3 bags that are off to the side. And I'll start with the smaller bags first. So bag 1. Inside that bag are, I think, 4 different fabrics. They all turned out to be flannel, so they're all woven fabrics. So it's not too often I find woven fabrics because a lot of the fabric I have, it's all knit of some kind. And so this is a red and white striped flannel. Most likely it is probably cotton. I need to do a little test burn, or burn test, I'm sorry. Burn test to see how it burns, to see if it's a natural fiber or not. And so all of those are the same. They're flannel, most likely cotton. So those are fuchsia color, and I decided just to go ahead and fold those up and go on to bag number 2. So this one was kind of tied up in a knot. A little tricky here to get it untied, but I did eventually. And guess what's inside of it? Well, yes, you guessed right. It's more knit. So it's mostly ribbing. So it's, the very, very stretchy knit. And it's used for, like I said, if you're making jackets, they're used to make the collar, the waistband, the cuffs. Can also be used in shirts to make, t-shirts, make the necklines. That's interlock knit. This is ribbing. It has a stiffer hand than most of the other ribbing I have. So I'm guessing it's probably a synthetic fiber. So I put all those away, folded them up, and then I'm going to keep them in that plastic bin. And bag 3 turned out to be another bag inside of it, which to my surprise was the interfacing. I know I had lots and lots of interfacing, but I can't find it. So now I found some of it. So, and these are swatches that I collected probably when I was a student. So I don't even remember. And that's the only time I would collect swatches like that, because as projects you need to have swatches, or at least they used to. I don't know about what they do now these days. But that's what that is. And then in the rest of the bag are pieces of muslin. So I thought I had gotten all the muslin, but apparently not. And well, who knows? I might even have more. But if I find any more, I will let you know. So they're different kinds. Some of them are a little heavier than others. use them for different things. Some of the muslin was used to make the first pattern of the lining of jackets, and or the shell or the outer part of the jacket. So that would have been a heavier muslin that I used. So I'm going to keep these, put them back in here in the bag and set them aside along with the other bag that I have of muslin, and then keep the interfacing set aside too. So now this bag, which will be the last bag that we look at for today, it's mostly, yes, you guessed it, it's knit or ribbing, but there are a few pieces of woven fabric. So yes, that's a piece of ribbing. This one is woven, probably cotton, and it kind of has a nice kind of sheer sections to it, so which form kind of like stripes. It's actually quite pretty. Would make a nice blouse. This is also woven, also probably of cotton fiber. Also would make a nice blouse. Interlock. No, this is ribbing. That's interlock knit, and that shaded one there is a little bit lighter, thinner in fabric, probably a blend. These are pieces of shirts. This one is then, it's almost finished. It just needs the sleeves so you can close it up. And those are all sleeves. So that one's really not done at all. The others have the edging done, and they need to be attached to the body, and then the sides are sewn up. So that was probably to either make a cuff or maybe a neckline for a shirt. These are all bands, maybe for waist, to make a waistband on a shirt, because they're all the same. They're just cut perfect rectangles, so that's what I'm guessing. There's some of them are interlock knit, some of them are ribbing, and this piece looks like it's got some snags in it, and it's probably a synthetic fiber also, because it's has a stiffer hand than the other pieces. And that's a cuff of a different kind of fabric, but it is a knit fabric. And this big piece that I'm pulling out right now, that is all interlock knit. It's of a good weight, so it'd make good for shirts. Won't be transparent. It's somewhat medium to thicker weight than the other, that pink one I showed earlier. This is also a knit. It's really nice. It's soft, and it's kind of has a fuzzy hand on the outside and smooth on the inside. This is some jersey knit. It's some really old fabric there. This is a sleeve with some binding, double binding. I had a friend that used to say that was my mom's signature, so I can always tell that all the stuff my mom made it had that kind of finish on it. So those are two sleeves, not finished. And that top piece there, that peach, is a top, like a tank top, that uses binding to make the straps and the neckline finished. And the rest are ribbing. They're all ribbing. That's also ribbing. And these pieces are either bands, cuffs, made from interlock knit, and that is ribbing, most likely made from a synthetic fiber, because it also has a stiff hand. And this is some more ribbing, so to no surprise, and some cuffs there cut out. And that's it. So thank you for watching.